Hello, my name's Tahir. This is my channel where I'm going to be doing different car projects, starting off with the Mercedes Q7. Then I got another third project I want to do as well. Obviously, hopefully, hope to move on to different kind of projects, get different cars, depending on what I can get. But I'm going to start with this one. It's got a few bits and bobs needs doing, and the Q7 as well down there at the back behind me. That needs a few things doing as well. But as I'm going along, I'm gonna have different videos and put in different parts for what I'm gonna do with the cars. First one with this, I'm just gonna show you exactly what I need to do. Then hopefully take it from there. Alright, so I got here front two shocks ready assembled. Bought them from eBay. Comes with local mounts, springs, everything's connected, so just gotta put them in. Rear shocks as well. They need to go in. Got all the control arms here as well. There's about 8 pieces, lower, upper control arms, drop link, and got tie rods as well. And this car's literally got a lot of issues. When you're steering, it's quite stiff. You get knocking noises from the shock. I think the top mounts are gone as well, so that needs replacing as well. So I thought might as well just get everything together, do it that way. So I'm going to start with putting the car up on my axle stands. Yeah, just take the key out. My habit is when I'm working on cars, I like to put the tire, once I've taken it out, underneath the car, just in case if the axle stands fail or the jack fails or things like this, as a precaution. Okay, we've got this top mount down here, which is mounted on with that one bolt. I'm hoping you can take it out without the Allen key, because sometimes it works, sometimes I'll have to put an Allen key there and hold it, and then open it up as well. Let's see. Now you got this bolt here. That bolt needs to come out. I need to put. I'll have to go get some more bits which I have in the house, like the sockets. Managed to get that out. Took the nick, but finally came out. Still faffing around with the first shock. The bolts are quite hard to get out for some reason. It's to be expected because the car's not exactly a new car. It's a 2006 model, so it's not been replaced. The bolts are going to be quite stiff. Okay, the lower two bolts, which are at the bottom down here, I'm going to start on that. Okay, just going to try taking these two bottom bolts out, which are holding the shock onto the hub. Going to get my impact drill and try it with the impact drill. Get our first bolt out and then try to get the second bolt out. See if that awkward position to get it out. That's out. Now I'm going to get the other one out. Once that's done, I'm going to move to the next thing. Okay, managed to get all the bolts out. I think what I got left now is the drop link. That's there, you can see up there. That needs to come out. Okay, started on the drop link. Had to work a wedge of socket in so the bolt doesn't, the strut itself doesn't keep turning around, so I have to take out the bolt. Bolt was a bit rusty, so it took a little bit of time. We could just try and get it out. Managed to get it turning. Once that comes out, get the drop link out and unhinge the shock on the hub. Once that's unhinged, that shocks out. And that's unhinged enough. As you can see, it just dropped a little bit. Just hammered it a little bit to get it out of the hub, and that's out. As you can see, that's one shock out, which took a long time to just take out. Now I'm just going to start with the other stuff. Okay, now I'm just tightening up the top mount. I think that's the anti-roll bar. That's the bolt which I'm going to take out to get this hook arm out. So I might as well get the other side out. So that's a bit loose, so I can pull it out for a bit. Okay, that's me going on the other side now. We moved on to the other side, and we'll take unbolting the hook shock. I'm going to take out the top mount, going to drop the shock, get the new one in. Once that new one's in, I can start assembling everything together. Okay, that bolt's out. That's the new shock in now. Just trying to work a mounter back in. As you can see, the video is a bit all over the place. Just got my son worker taping, so it's not accurately worker capturing everything, I guess. But yeah, got the shock in now. Just sort of making sure everything's lined up. Got the worker top mount in, but it wasn't worker lining up properly to the actual strut. Wasn't lining up to the body properly, so I had to take it out, hit it a bit, put it together. That's lined in now. Gonna try to get that rubber's changed. Once that rubber's changed, that's done. Then just gonna tighten the strut, and that's the second shock done. We got the anti-roll bar, which actually moves around now. I can actually take the anti-roll bar out. Well, for that I'm gonna have to take the covers out. Once I take the covers out, then I'm gonna start taking the control arms out and the tie rod, hopefully, which I think is gonna be kind of difficult to take out because probably not been opened for a long time. So let's start with the bottom bit. I'm going to take the bottom bit out. That so-called bolt which has been snapped on the sway bar, it was already snapped. It was holding on with one bolt. So I'm going to try to wedge something into there like a socket, heat it up and try turning it slow and try to get it out, and hoping that it actually comes out. As you can see, that socket's in there now. I'm just going to try turning it slowly, and it's turning. Hopefully once that's out, then I can get another bolt and size it up, and I'll be ready to put back once I'm done with the control arms. Then pry it out slowly, finally out. See, it's clear there. Hopefully now I'm going to size up the other bolt, chop it up to the correct size, and hopefully get on the control arms. Let me get out underneath the car. Okay, now that we've got the sway bar out, I'm going to try doing the control arms. Notice one thing with the control arm. I'm going to take it closer. Down there, the control arm goes in. Right. and I'm gonna have to take the shock out again. Should have thought about that before, but it's one of those things, learning as I'm going along. I'm going to take that shock out as well. This way I'm going to try to get this one done and that one done. Just going to get this control arm out. Wish I would have thought of taking the tie rod bit out when I had shock taken out. Would have been a lot easier, but just going to take the shock out and try to get this control arm out. And it's a bit of an awkward place where I'm trying to take it out as well, trying to get the breaker bar in. That's loosened up now. That's bolts out. So I'm just going to take that out. Once that's out, hopefully the bit from the hub, the tie rod bit, that should come out easy, hopefully. That's out. It's quite a tear, it's got quite a bit of tears. Got the new one going in now. That's it. Just going to put that up. And hopefully once this side's done, I'm going to move on to the other side. Okay, just on the left hand side now, we're going to try to open that up and hoping it's not as much as we've got the other side. Get this back in. But with the luck I've been having with this car, it looks like it's going to be the same. I need to get this in, get the sway bar in, then start on the other side. Okay, just going to get the shock out again. Wish I would have left it out and got the tie rod bit out from the hub. Would have been a lot easier. Just trying to get that out. Once that's out, and try to line it up. Just going to line that up so I can get a bolt back in. Then that would be that control arm done. Then move on to the lower control arms. So now we're going to be doing the lower control arms. That's that there. Turn the upper control arm. Put the bolts back in for the sway bar. That's all looking good. Now I'm going to be doing this, and I've got the tie rods as well. That's the tie rod down there, and I've got a feeling that's going to be a pain to get out. I'll tackle that after I've done the lower control arm. I loosened up the underbody cover, under tray. Loosened the one bolt from there so it's come down so I can actually get access to it. So yeah, the mill could start doing this then. Okay, just taking out the control arm out, lower control arm out from the right hand side. Just going to unbolt it from the main body, then move on to the tie rod bit. Just going to wedge out or break them off. As you can see, I had to loosen down the under tray so I can get the breaker bar in to the socket. Not socket, the bolt. That's loosened up. Okay, managed to take out that we call low control arm bolt from there. That came out fine. This one loosened up down here as well, fine, no problem. But it's got a little bit of top bit. This one got this bit down here. That's just turning round and round. So obviously, not having the correct tools, it's kind of a difficult tool to take it out. So we're just trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this, because I've been trying to take this out for a while now, and this car seems to be a pain working on. Makes me think why they want to go open up all these things, but I want to get it done, and it's one of those things where I'm trying to go get to learn more about how to do all these control arms and brakes and whatever you want to call it on the car itself. So what I'm going to do is I'll put this aside. I'm going to start trying to figure out how I'm going to get that bolt taken out and get that low control new one in. There we go. Okay, so that's the control arm in now. Bolted in from the bottom there as well. That's in properly. Gonna put that back in. Didn't really get a chance to put a lot of the video of me taking out, because it has actually been, it took the actual make. That's the actual old one. I had to actually chop it off, as this, it's threaded inside, and that kept on turning, and no matter what I tried wedging into it or anything like that, it would not come out. So I had to actually angle grind it. But then, like a clever clog, I angle grinded it, and the bottom bit was thick, so the bolt wouldn't come out. So it took me a lot more longer to try and take that angle grinding that down as well. Then finally came out, and the amount of time it took me to take it out, and then the amount of time it took me to put that new one in, amazing, because that took me about 2 minutes just to put it in, and that took me over about more than an hour to try to take out. Now I've got the other side to do. This is the right side. I'm going to do the left side. But as you can see, upper arms done, shocks done, lower control arm done. Now you got the tie rod. Not looking forward to that. Still got the rear shocks. Going to be doing that as well. Okay, just on the left hand side, going to take this control arm out. First, I'm going to try to take out the bolt which is on the hub. Which is down there, underneath that, down there. I'm going to try to take that out first, because last time on the right hand side I got a few issues. So I'm going to start doing that. Managed to take the bolt out on the hub. Just going to take out the actual control arm now. Just get this out. Oh, not so bad inside. There's no cracks or anything, but I thought I might as well replace it in pairs. So I'm just going to go put the new one in now. Okay, now I'm putting the new one in, which hopefully shouldn't take long. Just sorting out the lower control arm out on the left hand side. That came out easily, so I'm just putting it back in. Just going to put the bolt back in for that. Once the bolt back in, that's going to be tightening up the tie rod. Once that's done, but as you can see, just to line in the bolt, it's a bit of a weird one. We're going to keep moving it in and out the area, so I can actually line in the actual bolt. Just trying to make sure the tie rod bit's in, so I can actually move the hub a little bit to put the control arm in. And that's control arm in, just tightening it up now. Once that's tightened, let's do the tie rod bit. And that's done. Once I get that bolt in, hopefully that should be done. Okay, that's that control arm in. In properly in from at the bottom as well, down here. You can see. Put in properly. That's more or less the front done. I'm going to come to the tie rods next. Okay, now moving on to tie rods. Did spray that with a WD-40. Hopefully it opens up quick. Once that's done on both sides, that's the front done. So more or less I can move on to the back. So here we go. Just try and take the tie rod out from the right hand side. I loosened it from the tie rod end on the hub, which now is just trying to go loosen it out from the actual main hub. Once that's loosened, I can take out the bolt, which actually is on the inner tie rod. And just trying to pry it to get it out, as I've not got what call. Not sure exactly what you call it. You call it to call tie rod something. Don't know what it is. But yeah, just trying to pry it anyway. Pry it out anyway I can pry it out. And once it's pried out, I can try to take it out. Okay, managed to get that out. Now comes the difficult part, making sure that actually unbolts. Got a feeling it's going to take the. You guys the drift. So what I've seen online, obviously this, if it's not put in correctly, tracking can be off. Obviously he's going to need tracking once it's been put back in. But I'm going to count the turns I have on this. That's it, just counting the turns. It was about 18 turns. Just make sure I'm counting them. Once that's done, I'm going to put the other new one in. Obviously going to get tracking done once the car is fully done at the front and rear. Once it's tracked, hopefully that should be a lot better. But this, to be minimum right now, if I want to drive the car, is not as bad. If I count the turns it was, make sure it's on a steady turn. That's the tie rod end bit done. Now we're going to move to the left hand side. Okay, that side's done now. Tie rod's in. All the stuff's in. Gonna put the wheel back on, move on to the left hand side, and that's the front gonna be done hopefully. Okay, on the left hand side, managed to take you out. Taking you out, just gonna loosen you out, put the new one in. Okay, got that out. That's just a bit where I had to hit it to take you out. Doesn't look bad, but got a split there. But besides that, that's out. Surprising. You see, I'm gonna try and get that other one in. Okay, left hand side also done. I was pretty surprised because you know what, it didn't take that long. Normally everything I've been messing around with this car has been taking too long, where the bolts all get jammed, seized, broken. Been through quite a few different things, scenarios, but that all looks okay now. Now what I got is a rear, what I got left now is the rear shocks with drop links as well at the back. And what I thought, I'm going to attempt to do back box exhaust. I'm going to weld it. Never done welding before, so that's going to be in the second part. This was the first part. No, the video has not been great, but I've tried my best to capture everything I can, and hopefully second video is going to be better, where I'm capturing a lot of stuff in different stages, but it's just one of the learning curves. Never done video editing before, so this is one of my new things which I'm doing. Yeah, it's just learning.